We have had, over the past 2 months, many wonderful interviews with Amita D. And we are especially blessed today to have her with us to read from Savitri sections that Mother had listened to and that she had read in front of Mother. Welcome, Amita D.
Recited.
Recited, yes, sorry, recited.
This particular passage was read out by the Mother in front of Sri Aurobindo, 1950. And he asked Mother to cut the last descriptive lines because he said it would be an anticlimax on the stage. So we finish with the speech of Savitri and no other descriptive line is given. The descriptive lines were read by Norman Dowsett. Ashwapati was done by Manoj Da, and Savitri's role I had done. When we were rehearsing, Manoj told Mother, in the editing, one repeat line has been cut, but it is very, very effective. The repeat line, I will be reading that part, because thou had and because thou had. There are two things. Mother said include them. Then I told Mother one morning, Mother, I'm finding it difficult to say the word altar. And she told Sri Aurobindo, and he made a correction, and alter became change. Alter natures do, change natures do. So this one is the one where in the bulletin you see the photograph of Savitri. The one I had, one copy of herself standing on a slightly raised platform and Manoj standing. I think you have scanned it. And that was the time when Mother said, goddesses, I have told you, goddesses don't wear blouses. So at that time, that year, we got the final costume for Savitri. The one I have given you has a blouse on. It is on a rehearsal day. And on the final, we did not have any. And the shoulder bare, as it was in ancient India. And quite clearly, it was a wonderful experience. And Normanda read the lines. I shall only read the lines of Savitri, the goddess, who is telling Ashwapati that he could ask for a boon. The canto is called The Vision and the Boon. This is what she says. O Son of Strength, who climbst creation's peaks, no soul is thy companion in the light. Alone thou standest at the eternal doors. What thou hast won is thine, but ask no more. O Spirit, aspiring in an ignorant frame, O Voice, arisen from the inconscient world, how shalt thou speak for men whose hearts are dumb? Make purblind earth the soul's seer vision's home, or lighten the burden of the senseless globe. I am the mystery beyond reach of mind. I am the goal of the travail of the suns. My fire and sweetness are the cause of life. But too immense my danger and my joy. Awake not the immeasurable descent, speak not my secret name to hostile time. Man is too weak to bear the infinite's weight. Truth, born too soon, might break the imperfect earth. Leave the all-seeing power to hew its way. Traveler upon the bare eternal heights, tread still the difficult and dateless path, joining the silence with its austere curve. Traveler upon the bare eternal heights, tread still the difficult and dateless path, joining the cycles with its austere curve, measured for man by the initiate gods. My light shall be in thee, my strength thy force. Let not the impatient Titan drive thy heart. Ask not the imperfect fruit, the partial prize. Only one boon, too great in thy spirit, demand. Only one joy, to raise thy kind, desire. Above blind fate and the antagonist powers, moveless there stands a high, unchanging will. To its omnipotence leave thy work's result. All things shall change in God's transfiguring hour. August and sweet sank hushed that mighty voice. Nothing now moved in the vast brooding space. A stillness came upon the listening world, a mute immensity of the eternal's peace. But Ashwapati's heart replied to her, a cry amid the silence of the vasts. Mission to earth some living form of thee. One moment fill with thy eternity. Let thy infinity in one body live. All knowledge wrap one mind in seas of light. All love throb single in one human heart. Let a great word be spoken from the heights, and one great act unlock the doors of fate. His prayer sank down in the resisting night, oppressed the thousand voices that deny, as if too weak to climb to the supreme. But there arose a wide consenting voice. The spirit of beauty was revealed in sound. Light floated round the marvelous vision's brow, and on her lips the immortal's joy took shape. O strong forerunner, I have heard thy cry. One shall descend and break the iron law, change nature's doom by the lone spirit's power. A limitless mind that can contain the world, a sweet and violent heart of ardent calms, moved by the passions of the gods, shall come. All mights and greatnesses shall join in her. Beauty shall walk celestial on the earth. Delight shall sleep in the cloud net of her hair, and in her body, as on his homing tree, immortal love shall beat his glorious wings. A music of griefless things shall weave her charm. The harps of the perfect shall attune her voice. The streams of heaven shall murmur in her laugh. Her lips shall be the honeycombs of God, her limbs his golden jars of ecstasy, her breasts the rapture flowers of paradise. She shall bear wisdom in her voiceless bosom. Strength shall be with her like a conqueror's sword, and from her eyes the eternal's bliss shall gaze. A seed shall be sown in death's tremendous hour, a branch of heaven transplant to human soil. Nature shall overleap her mortal step. Fate shall be changed by an unchanging will. That is the end of the 1950 selection. Now I shall read lines from Book 11, which was recited in front of Mother in 1951. It was a very precious and sacred year after Mahasamadhi, and Mother was concentrated all the time, for she had to take the burden of the earth on herself alone.
May I know where it was recited?
In the playground. At that time, the stage used to be set in the playground, and the pictures that we have in the bulletin chosen by the mother were taken on the dress rehearsal day. The descriptive lines were read by Norman Dowsett, and Savitri's lines were recited by me, and Ashupati's by Manoj. Oh, I'm sorry. Here it is not Ashwapati. It is the divine consummation. It is Book 11, the voice of the Supreme, as if. Afterwards, Mother had recorded it, so we had again done this part, and these lines in 1972 were recorded voice of the mothers. And I had again done Savitri that year. Then, like an anthem from the heart's loosened cave, a voice soared up, whose magic sound could turn the poignant weeping of the earth to sobs of rapture, and her cry to spirit song. O human image of the deathless word, how hast thou seen beyond the topaz walls the gleaming sisters of the divine gate? Summoned the genii of their wakeful sleep, and under revelation's arches forced the curved, thought-shrouded doors to swing apart, unlocked the avenues of spiritual sight, and taught the entries of a heavenly state, and taught the entries of a heavenlier state to thy rapt soul that bore the golden key. In thee, the secret sight man's blindness missed has opened its view past time, my chariot course, and death, my tunnel, which I drive through life to reach my unseen distances of bliss. I am the hushed search of the jealous gods, pursuing my wisdom's vast mysterious work, seized in the thousand meeting ways of heaven. I am the beauty of the unveiled ray, drawing through the deep doors, drawing through the deep roads of the infinite night, the unconquerable pilgrim soul of earth. I am the beauty of the unveiled ray, drawing through the deep roads of the infinite night, the unconquerable pilgrim soul of earth. Break into eternity thy mortal mold, melt, lightning, into thy invisible flame. Clasp, ocean, deep into thyself, thy wave. Happy forever in the embosoming search, grow one with the still passion of the depths. Then shalt thou know the lover and the loved, leaving the limits of dividing leaving the limits dividing him and thee. Receive him into boundless Savitri, lose thyself into infinite Satyavan. O miracle, where thou beganst, there cease. But Savitri answered to the radiant God, "In vain thou tempt'st with solitary bliss two spirits saved out of a suffering world. My soul and his indissolubly linked in the one task for which our lives were born, to raise the world to God in deathless light, to bring God down to the world. On earth we came, to change the earthly life to life divine. I keep my will to save the world and man. Even the charm of thy alluring voice, O blissful Godhead, cannot seize and snare. I sacrifice not earth to happier worlds, because there dwelt the Eternal's vast idea and the dynamic will in men and things, so only could the enormous scene begin. If thou and I are true, the world is true. Although thou hide thyself behind thy works, to be is not a senseless paradox. Since God has made earth, earth must make in her God. What hides within her breast, she must reveal. I claim thee for the world that thou hast made. If man lives bound by his infinity, if man lives bound by his humanity, he is tied. If man lives bound by his humanity, if he is tied forever to his pain, let a greater being then arise from man, the superhuman with the eternal mate, and the immortal shine through earthly forms. But the God answered to the woman's heart, O living power of the incarnate Word, all that the Spirit has dreamed thou canst create. Thou art the force by which I made the worlds. Thou art my vision and my will and voice. But knowledge too is thine. The world plan thou knowest, and the tardy process of the pace of time.
Thank you, Amita.
It was wonderful remembering those days.
Yes. So you'll prepare some more?
Yes, I prepared the other 1st Decembers, but I have to complete this,
Okay.
this canto. A few more lines. Once, Mother had given a few notes of music played on her organ for a program on the 1st of December. She said that it was expressing the aspiration of humanity. The notes were chanted by a group of people. I was one of them, So I shall chant the notes given by her as best as possible. I can't do it. Shall I hum it? Shall I hum it? No, I don't think I'll be able to do it today. Huh?
Voice is like cracking.
No, I know. I'm just trying out just now. If I sang it this morning, I sang it this morning and it was all right.